Rumors spread wildly and quickly. People talked about an engagement almost everywhere, but it was all false. No secret boyfriend, no ring. The whole story was just a rumor that got out of control. Some rumors fade away harmlessly, but others leave a bigger mark. One such rumor turned out to be true for Abby and Brittany Hensel, the well-known conjoined twins from Minnesota. The news shocked many. Their mother finally confirmed the story after years of quiet speculation. Abby married Joshua Bowling, a U.S. Army veteran and nurse. The wedding was small, and they chose to keep it private. But in 2024, Joshua later shared the news on social media. People were stunned and confused. How can two people sharing one body get married? Abby loves sparkles, pink, and puppies. Brittany prefers a more low-key style, hats, and a different vibe. They are two different personalities sharing a life. The idea of one of them getting married raised many questions. Surprisingly, Brittany supported the marriage from the start. She was involved in every step and stood by Abby. Their story isn't typical. Nothing about Abby and Brittany's lives ever follows the usual script. Joshua Bowling's role is bigger than many think. He didn't come into their lives looking for something physical or unusual. He saw them for who they are as people. His bond with Abby was based on simple but rare trust and respect. His care extended to Brittany as well. This kind of relationship is not what most people expect. That's why many wondered how a marriage like this could work. But for Abby, Brittany, and Joshua, it was never about fitting into so-called normal rules. They made their own life, and it worked for them. When the news got out, the internet responded with many opinions. Some people admired their strength, their love, and how unique it was. Not everyone was kind. Some responded with doubt or asked too many personal questions, as if the twins owed them explanations. Others meant well but couldn't understand the logistics behind their situation. Abby and Brittany have faced this kind of attention all their lives. So they set a clear boundary about what they share, especially on something as personal as marriage. They made it known that they choose what to reveal, and the rest is theirs alone. This boundary isn't just healthy, it's essential. Many forget that behind the headlines and documentaries are two women with feelings, thoughts, and a right to privacy. From the start, the Hensel twins have been watched, studied, and sometimes misunderstood. But their parents refused to let strangers' curiosity shape who they are. Instead, they gave them something even stronger, an ordinary childhood, as normal as possible. They celebrated each girl's uniqueness, making sure Abby and Brittany were treated as individuals. Whether it was how they dressed, their hobbies, or how they saw school, their parents prioritized their choices and strengths. That support paid off in a big way. It gave them confidence and independence to handle a world that sometimes doesn't understand people who are different. Abby and Brittany did things most kids wouldn't even try because they had to. Each twin controls one side of their shared body. Things like walking, swimming, or playing sports needed real teamwork. They couldn't just say, "You do it yourself," because they relied on each other. They had to work together to make it happen, and they did. That same determination helped them succeed in school as well. Instead of just keeping up, they excelled. They found creative ways to learn, whether it was taking notes, answering questions, or finishing assignments. They always managed to work side by side while still showing who they were. People saw that, not out of sympathy, but because of their strength, smarts, and grace in everything they did. It's no surprise they earned respect from classmates and teachers. Abby and Brittany never wanted special treatment. They just wanted the freedom to live by their own rules. They did that, even when others couldn't quite understand their choices. After all they had achieved, they didn't just sit and wonder what was next. In 2012, they graduated from Bethel University with degrees in education. Their next step: teaching 4th and 5th graders. These kids, at just the right age, start asking all sorts of questions, questions that the twins understood well. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, Abby and Brittany embraced the challenge. They brought unique qualities to their classrooms: patience, creativity, and a genuine way of connecting that most teachers can't match. Yes, they shared one salary, which seemed unfair since they did double the work emotionally and mentally. But they held on to hope that others would start to see their true value. Their focus was on making a difference, not just earning a paycheck. Soon, students and colleagues recognized their dedication and impact. Then came the news of Abby's marriage, and everyone started talking again. The internet buzzed with questions and differing opinions, some supportive, others not. Discussions ranged from identity and independence to how love can work when two people share one body. Despite the noise, Abby and Brittany's bond remained just as strong. Brittany didn't only support her sister, she was there through every step. No drama, no jealousy, only deep respect. That moment revealed the strength of their relationship. They've always been close, but this showed how much they truly support each other's happiness, even in complicated times. Now, let's look at Joshua. He didn't just marry Abby and ignore everything else. He became part of their lives. He built a real friendship with Brittany, which speaks volumes. He respected their connection and didn't try to change it. Instead, he found his place in their world. Their relationship wasn't about being normal or doing things the way others expect. It was about doing what works for them. And that's exactly what they did. People can be curious, though. Many ask questions that go into their private lives. They ask about their routines, privacy, and how they function as a team. But Abby and Brittany know how to handle that. They're good at keeping what matters most to themselves. They've never shared every detail and shouldn't have to. People often don't see what goes on behind the scenes. From the start, Abby and Brittany pushed boundaries. Their parents made sure they had a normal childhood. They learned early that they were valued for who they were. Their differences were always respected, from the clothes they wore to their hobbies and how they studied. They even learned to play the piano together. One handled the left hand, the other the right. As they grew older, they thought about careers. They tried many things like photography, interior design, and dreaming of flying planes. But in the end, teaching fit the best. It combined their love for learning and helping kids. It showed others that being different isn't something to fear. It's something special to celebrate. Their time at Bethel wasn't just about books and lessons. It was about more than that. It was about showing everyone that differences make us stronger. They provided the tools they needed to face the world with confidence. Abby and Brittany have always shown they are more than their circumstances. They are smart, hardworking, and full of kindness. By choosing to follow their passion for teaching, they reminded everyone watching that your body may shape your life, but it doesn't have to limit it. Public attention has been a constant part of their lives, growing louder with each step forward. From learning to walk to finishing college and becoming teachers, Abby and Brittany have always had eyes on them. And these weren't just the supportive kind. They often sparked awe, curiosity, and sometimes invasive interest. The media's focus on their personal lives, especially about Abby's marriage, often crosses into uncomfortable areas. A TV crew member once told them, "You owe the world more of an explanation." Brittany quickly responded, "I don't owe the world anything. Abby and I feel the same way. Can you really blame them? Their strength shows in how well they set boundaries and protect their privacy. Time and again, they've shown you can live boldly and authentically without exposing everything. Living in the spotlight doesn't mean sharing every part of your heart, and they stand firm in that belief. So when Abby's marriage was announced, it wasn't just news. It sparked a wave of new conversations. People debated about identity, love, freedom, and choice. Suddenly, everyone had an opinion. Some questioned whether such a relationship could really work. Was it complicated? How did Brittany feel about it? Could it be called normal? But for every skeptic, there were just as many supporters. Many saw Abby's marriage as a clear sign that love doesn't depend on physical ability. It can grow and thrive beyond what society sees as traditional. It showed that love can go beyond barriers and judgments. Naturally, people have questions. What will the future hold for them? Will Brittany ever find someone special? How will their lives change over time? Those are interesting questions, but they don't define the whole story. Their influence goes far beyond their personal lives. As teachers, they have made a big impact on their students. Their classrooms are more than places to learn math and spelling. They are filled with kindness, curiosity, and acceptance. Their students learn more than facts. They learn how to accept differences and work together. Because of their own life experiences, Abby and Brittany bring something special to teaching. They know how to be a team better than most. They know how to face challenges head-on. Every day they show their students that even tough things can be done with a smile. Through their actions, they do more than teach. They break stereotypes, help others forget old assumptions, and promote true acceptance. They prove that with determination and teamwork, big obstacles can be moved. It's no surprise that the world keeps watching their story. People aren't just interested in how rare their situation is. They're inspired by their strength, love, and honesty. They handle whatever life throws at them with heart. By living freely and truly, they teach us something important. Even when everything gets complicated, life can still be beautiful. As Abby and Brittany grow older, they remind us that you don't need to follow someone else's idea of normal. The most important thing is to live true to yourself. Now, about twins who rewrite the rules. There's something even more amazing to see. Some twins are so rare that doctors get confused, and science has a hard time explaining them. Most people know about identical and fraternal twins, but some types are even more extraordinary. These cases are so unusual that they surprise scientists and doctors. One of the most fascinating is mirror image twins. They are technically identical, but with a twist. If one is right-handed, the other is left-handed. Their birthmarks often appear on opposite sides. Their hair parts in different directions, too. It's like they are reflections of each other. This happens because the fertilized egg splits late, around 7 to 12 days after conception. If it splits later than that, the twins can end up connected, which we call conjoined twins. Now, some cases are even more surprising. There are parasitic twins, and they are rare and strange. Usually, one twin doesn't fully develop. It depends on the other twin to survive. Unlike conjoined twins, only one twin usually forms normally. The other might be just an extra limb or organ. Sometimes you can't see it from outside. It might be hidden inside the other twin's body. This is called fetus in fatu. It's a wild condition. These special types of twins show just how unpredictable human development can be. A small difference in the womb can change everything. Though these cases are very rare, they remind us how amazing and mysterious humans are. A 1-year-old girl in China developed strange health problems. Doctors performed all the usual tests, but found something shocking. Inside her skull, there was a tiny, undeveloped fetus. It turned out to be her twin's fetus that never grew fully. This condition is called fetus in fatu. It's very rare, happening in about 1 in 500,000 births. The rarity makes you wonder, how is that even possible? There are other wild stories about twins, too. One involves semi-identical twins, a mix between identical and fraternal. These twins are fertilized by 2 sperm into a single egg, which then splits. It's a rare event, only 2 cases ever recorded. These twins are identical from their mother, but only partially from their father. Another unusual idea is polar body twins. It's mostly a theory, but interesting. Here, an egg divides before fertilization, and each half is fertilized by a separate sperm. If this occurs, the twins might share about 75% of their DNA, closer than typical fraternal twins. No confirmed cases exist, but scientists still talk about it. Then, there's a bizarre concept called chimerism. It happens when 2 fertilized eggs merge early on into one person. This person has 2 sets of DNA. Imagine having different skin tones or blood types on each side. A woman named Taylor Mule, a singer and model, discovered she had 2 DNA sets during health tests. It sounds fascinating but can cause health issues. The body might attack one of the DNA sets as foreign. A more shocking case is heteronuclear superfetation. This occurs when a woman releases 2 eggs in one cycle and mates with 2 different men. Each egg is fertilized separately. This results in twins with different dads. It's rare, but does happen in humans, more often in animals like cats and dogs. Usually, a DNA test uncovers what's really happening. When it seems like it can't get stranger, there's superfetation. This is when a woman gets pregnant again, while already pregnant. It sounds impossible, but it has happened. Sometimes a second egg is released after the first has already been fertilized and implanted. The second egg also gets fertilized, making the mother pregnant with 2 babies born at different times. One might be weeks ahead in development, which makes the pregnancy very tricky. It's risky, but shows what the human body can do. Many know that identical twins sometimes share a placenta, but there's an even rarer type called mono-mono twins, short for monochorionic monoamniotic. These twins share both the same placenta and amniotic sac floating together inside. While the idea sounds cute, it's dangerous because their umbilical cords can get tangled, which can harm them. Sometimes things work out, like with Alan and Neville Helmuth from Australia. They are Momo twins who became friends and now work as radiographers and sonographers. How amazing is that? Many believe that if twins are a boy and girl, they must be fraternal. Most times, that's true. But in rare cases, identical twins can be different sexes because of a genetic error. One twin might lose a Y chromosome and become female, while the other stays male. This can cause conditions like Turner syndrome, where one female twin misses part or all of an X chromosome. It proves that being identical doesn't always mean the same. Here's a wild story. In 1976, twins were born in two different countries. One was born in Wales, and 75 minutes later, the other in England. They were delivered in different hospitals, so their birthplaces are different too. That story is something people will talk about forever. These stories show how unpredictable and crazy pregnancy and birth can be. Sometimes everything goes perfect. Other times, nature surprises us with twists. Whether it's a fetus inside a sibling's skull, twins with different fathers, or someone discovering they have two types of DNA, these rare cases teach us more about what it means to grow a human, sometimes two. There are also conjoined twins, whose lives are special in a different way. Their story isn't just about sharing a body, but about what they achieve despite the odds. Take Chang and Nbanka from 1811 in Thailand. They were joined at the chest and shared a liver. Doctors couldn't safely separate them back then, so they spent their lives attached. Still, they didn't let that stop them. They traveled the world, became famous, and settled in North Carolina. They even married two sisters and had 21 children in total. Yes, 21. They didn't just survive. They built full lives with love, family, and purpose. Their story proves being different doesn't mean being limited.